We now roll on to the 1970s. In the 1970s, inductee Patrick Rocket out of San Antonio Lee High School, a wide receiver and defensive back, helped Lee win the 4A state championship in 1971, an all-state wide receiver and defensive back in 1972. The Rockets in 1970, in those 2 years, went 27-1-1 with Rocket. They're kind of leading the way there as a wide receiver. Of course, his quarterback, Tommy Kramer, who went on to great heights there in the college, and now a college football Hall of Famer. But Patrick Rocket was such a huge part of those incredible volunteers teams there in the 1970s.
I mean, the thing about high school football and the history of it is he went on to have a baseball career.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But, these guys had to do something in the fall. And so they just happened to, I'm just going to be this incredible high school. And also, how good of a wide receiver do you have to be to make an impact like that in the 70s?
Yeah.
Right? That's not necessarily the air-it-out era. And so you're making an impact before they, really were really throwing the ball. And the fact that he was able to put up numbers and then go on to play this other sport and have a great career in that, played for the Atlanta Braves, I believe. I mean, it just goes to show you the overall, variety, right? And coaches still talk about that. Yeah. Play other sports, do other things, and that's what these guys were doing. That's been the history of the sport, doing other things.
He was drafted 10th overall in the 1973 Major League Baseball draft. The Rangers had the #1 draft pick in that year as David Clyde got taken, the youngster there. But in fact, I will just tell you that he got drafted 10th overall. He got drafted ahead of Hall of Famer Eddie Murray. I mean, this is a guy who was a star baseball player, ended up pursuing baseball out of high school despite having both a baseball and football scholarship at the University of Texas. But tonight, because of his exploits there at San Antonio Lee High School, Patrick Rocket going into the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame.